Michigan 24, Northwestern 22. Kind of starting with the offense. I actually thought the first half and the very beginning of the second half, Michigan clearly did work on Bryce's footwork and the completions, especially in the short game on offense. Things kind of unraveled, but I did notice that things were worked on. I saw it. I thought the line didn't protect amazingly well, but Bryce was on it in the first half, and Andrew Marsh was on it with more yards in the first half than he's had in a whole game this year. And then things unraveled with the offense.
Andrew fucking Marsh. I mean, bro, like, let's just talk about Andrew Marsh. I mean,
yeah, let's do it.
What a bright spot. But now, how unfortunate he's our only weapon in the like. I made a post: Underwood, Marsh, and Marshall. That's it. That's all this offense has. There's nobody else they can rely on. There's nobody else dependable. There's nobody else you can consistently get a ball to. They literally had a moment in the game, John, where every play was the Marsh. And yeah, bro. But hey, John, I gotta take this call, so I'll be right back, bro.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so if we look at the stats here, yeah, as we said, Andrew Marsh by far the number one weapon on the team. 189 yards, 12 receptions, absolutely incredible. And you don't see Michigan wide receivers getting that level of production like ever. It's so rare to see that. I don't even know if Roman Wilson has had a game like this. Andrew Marsh, when Bryce said the thing about you've never seen a freshman like me, he should have said you ain't ever seen a freshman like Andrew Marsh, because Andrew Marsh is legit. And so that I think was key. McCauley did have, I think, a little bit of a better game. Like, he did catch some balls. He was a factor. Is he the factor that we expected? No, but he was a factor in this game. He had a couple of good catches. It was interesting, though, that Michigan again had more pass yards than rush yards. It's not like Michigan, and I do think that if I had to think of one bright spot of this game, it's the case that you can now make on the recruiting trail. If you're a talented freshman wide receiver, you can immediately step on the field and make an impact. And I think that's key. And I definitely want to get, when TJ's done his call, I want to get his take from the recruiting angle of what that means. But obviously in the second half, Bryce started feeling like he had to win the game. And I'm noticing a difference in Bryce when he's comfortable and he knows he has help from when he thinks he has to force balls to people to win a game. There's a huge difference. And I think that that's something we need to factor in. Like, Bryce is a good player, but you can't, he's 18, he just turned 18. And so putting the game in his hands right now, it just looks like he gets in his head a little bit, because in the first half, he was throwing lasers. He was finding the right people. He was making good decisions. He was running the ball when he needed to run the ball. And then in the second half, I think there's a mentality shift when he feels like he has to start winning the game for Michigan, where he forces the ball to people, and then you have interceptions.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because, like, the beginning of the game, he was on. Like, he was the Bryce Underwood as advertised, making depth throws, layering the ball, getting to that second level again. He was comfortable. He was confident. But then what happened? He got a little rattled at the end again. You know, the pressure might have added, some just like, made it uncomfortable for, again, to your point, John, a young quarterback. And he started resorting back to old tendencies and making bad decisions and bad throws and throwing off back foot. He had a couple back foot throws today too. But this is his learning progression. It wouldn't even be as highlighted. I mean, I guess that's not true. I mean, he had a lot of hype coming into Michigan, so it's not true. But the problem is he is the offense with two other people. We have three players on offense. Now, granted, let me just say this, the offensive line, there's a lot to be excited there as well. I know they gave up a lot of sacks today, though, but in terms of its youth, in terms of the way it's played, it looks like a promising unit for the future. But I'm just talking in terms of our skill positions. We just don't have the horses that we need, period. We just don't. And I don't think anyone can even argue it. But yeah, I mean, we saw Underwood play great, and then we saw Underwood play like a young 18-year-old again.
It's true. And he did have, from a pass yards perspective, one of his better games. I think there's only been one game with this level of production for pass yards for him. I want to say it was either CMU or Washington, but normally he's not hitting that level of production on the pass game, and his completion percentage was also not bad. He had 65.6%, above Cade McNamara's average, and that's what we said he needed to do to get to the goals, the 10-2 that I think most fans are looking to achieve. The issue is the forcing the ball when you don't have to in the second half.
Yeah.
But I was overall happy with him, especially in the first half. Like it's clear that they worked on some things.
Oh yeah, with him. I mean, sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
sure.
The rest of the team, I'm still scratching my head in other areas, but
I agree.
I mean, look at this though, John. The offense had 25 first downs today, 496 total yards, 280 passing, 216 rushing. I mean, pretty damn good possession. 33 minutes. We 100% outplayed them today. But what was the difference, John? Turnovers, 5-0.
Mentality.
Coaching
people in positions and people in the wrong positions, and that a lot of that comes down to coaching.
Fair, and 5 turnovers is a very big deal. But I mean, you don't typically win a game having 5 turnovers to 0. That's insane.
No,
but
that is insane.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just we have. Listen, how about this? Can we just fucking talk about the elephant in the room now? This coaching staff's not it, and we all know this. I'm not breaking news here, but like we're this far in the season with these same issues. My faith is not there. I'm actually kind of out. My faith is, and when I mean out, I mean I just don't have any faith. I don't think Sharon can do this. Now I don't disagree. He gets next year. He does. Obviously, we're 8-2. We're 8-2. He's not getting fired, and we're probably going to be 9-3, which is what I even projected. But there are so many issues with this team that are not improving. He doesn't know what to do. He has no answer. Red flag. Now maybe in the offseason he gets an insane growth curve. A growth spurt, but yeah, I understand. I fully empathize with the fan base who cannot get too excited about this team, even though there's youthful talent and the metrics show a top 15 team. This coaching staff is going to limit this team's potential. It's going to limit this team's ceiling, which is crazy considering we're 8-2. But it's just, I think many of us agree with that. If you disagree with that, let me know though.
There's a specific play that makes me think Sharon is still interfering in Chip Lindsey's play calling, which was that reverse pop pass to Andrew Marsh that was in 13 personnel, like super bunched up. And there wasn't the room to execute that play properly. And my thoughts are that Sharon wanted that formation. Maybe Chip called the play, but Sharon asked for that formation. That's what it looked like to me, because Sharon likes his heavy personnel.
Yeah.
And I'm still thinking they're trying to Frankenstein's monster these two philosophies. And I just don't see that it's, at times, it just doesn't seem like it's gelling to the level it needs to.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I have no idea what the reality is on that. But whatever it is, figure it out. But it's not even that. It's like, look at defensively, look at the guys are off sides, look at the coaching's inability to challenge why does Sharon Moore have the inability? How come Sharon Moore does not challenge a play?
Yeah, I was shocked. There were a couple of plays that I thought he could challenge.
I'm sorry, John. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was just saying that I think that there are a few plays that I was like, why isn't he challenging, like the catch? Yeah. There's just a few that I'm like, and I literally said it. We had our members only watch party for the whole game. So definitely become a member, because we do things like that all the time and try to come up with new ideas for our members. And I was like, where's the challenge there, bro? Why? And luckily they officially reviewed. Otherwise, it was just going to be another play where they just force it through, or they just like force the other team is like trying to huddle or trying to go no huddle and just get the play off the next play.
Was that
got to challenge some of those?
Was that one overturned, or did that one stand? I can't remember. I'll be honest, so much happened in the game. Regardless, like I feel like I don't have a coach who can. I feel like he's asleep at the wheel. His timeout decisions are fucking insane. His challenge is his not challenging is fucking insane. Yeah, they don't know what they're doing. It's not good. Like that's bad. That's bad
Yeah.
because well, I'll tell you this though. I mean, look, I know this sucks to say what I'm going to say.
Mm.
Next year is going to be his year. I mean, it's a tough schedule. This off season's incredibly critical in terms of being aggressive to put talent around Bryce. If anyone's noticed with recruiting, it's kind of chilled out and they're kind of filling the rest of the roster with like late senior risers and developmental guys. Well, the word is they're going to attack the portal. That's the word. But all I'm going to say is we'll see, because we've heard that 2 years in a row. And now, granted, we had a couple good ads like Justice Haynes and co. But you better fucking get some weapons and some dogs on defense. But we'll find out. We'll get to that as the season progresses. We get to the portal, but I have my concerns. I think a lot like, even though we are 8-2, it doesn't feel good.
Right.
I don't feel like I don't like. Does anyone honestly feel like a playoff team? No one feels like a playoff team.
Yeah, everybody, I think deep down knows this is a 9-3.
Something's off. No, everyone deep down knows something's off. That's what everybody knows. Like, we're 8-2. That's good. There is talent. That's good. There's young talent. That's good. But this team is so sloppy and so unprepared and making these crazy decisions, like these timeouts to stop a clock that's running that you want to run, but you're stopping. Makes no sense. I don't know. I'm not trying to, like, what I don't want to do is I don't want to like bum nobody out. I'm just like, I'm working through this like the rest of you guys, but
I just call some people out right now who are saying,
take some shots.
People are whining like this. Like, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Don't block them. Just call them out.
No, I'm not. I don't block. Not for that, obviously. But
you're not. Oh, I'm sorry. You're not Michigander. I'm just kidding, Michigander.
Yeah. Let's avoid timing people out or blocking people unless they.
I was watching the show and I saw that he did that. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just be good. But like this. Like the Michael Brown, this channel has become full of whiners. Okay. Like, do you not have a standard? Do you not have like a bare minimum threshold for this team? This was a Brady Hoke-esque or even Rich Rod-esque type win. Rich Rod-esque, where this is tell me I'm wrong. This game should have been a 38-6 minimum type blowout based on the execution, based on Wrigley Field isn't even really their home field. It's an 80% Michigan audience.
Right. It's a home game.
It's basically a home game for Michigan, and barely any travel. And the mismatch in talent is clear. Their quarterback isn't very good. I mean, they got a couple of good throws in, but I think that was partly because of our defense, which we'll talk about the defense. But like, do you not like, where's your standards? Like, to think that this is okay, to think that this type of last second win is okay.
Yeah. Like in week 12.
I don't understand.
It's week 12, John. It's week 12 in the college football season. And we just squeaked out a win against garbage ass Northwestern. I don't know how does anyone find that, like, I don't know. I mean, does anyone feel like this win feels rewarding? Better than a loss. Sure. I'll give you that. I will take it over a loss. But I can't say I love the way this game went down. I mean, how about this? You know what, John? Let's put a poll. How about this? Let the people speak. Let's put a poll in the chat and say, are you satisfied with this team's performance? Yes or no? Let's see.
We do have 255 votes so far on the in or out on Sharon.
Okay, where are we at on that?
Out is 60%, in is 40%. Oh,
it's better than it used to be. It was 80-20, and that was over 1,000 votes. So I mean, that's okay, because I ran two separate polls. We ran one on YouTube, we ran one on social media, and they both were 80-20 out. So the fact that it's 60-40 means people are actually coming around a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, how about this, chat? Let us know. Are we complaining too much? Are we not giving this team enough flowers? You are free to give your opinion here. We also take calls, so we're also here to debate. I don't have anyone challenging. I don't have any issue with anyone challenging our position, but I'm just simply telling you there's a fucking major red flag right now. You can ignore it or not. It's up to you.
Look, I'm still not saying I want him out, but I am saying if we don't see wholesale change, and I'm talking about JB Brown gone, Wink retire.
Yeah, we need to do
like Ron Bellamy, you're on ice. You're saved by your recruiting, maybe, and maybe we put you in a recruiting role. And I'm missing one, but like JB Brown has to go. Like if nothing else, JB Brown needs to go. Like there's no question. Oh, Justin Tress was the one I was missing.
No.
We're getting hit left and right, injuries left and right. Northwestern played us hard. There's no question about that. They gave us their best punch, but like there's a strength and conditioning issue. Like if you're not seeing it by now, Jordan Marshall might be out for the season now. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's hold off. I don't know. We don't know what his injury is, so let's not throw that out. He might be fine. Maybe he's back. Has he been ruled out for next week? Do we know? Do we have any idea what's going on at all?
It didn't look good, but we'll see.
I don't know.
We'll see.
I didn't see. So, I have no idea what the expectation is. But he goes, "Are you out on Sharon Moore?" I don't think he's the answer. I'm not gonna lie to you.
He's definitely getting 26.
Okay, let me just say it. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, boys. I'm sorry if you're blind to that. Okay. I want Sharon to succeed, but he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Okay. Sorry. Now, hopefully he learns a lot this offseason because he's gonna need it next year. He's lost as fuck, boys. Okay. He's so fucking lost. He hired Kirk Campbell last year. He's so fucking lost. He fucking keeps playing Samaj fucking Morgan. He's so fucking lost. He doesn't want to challenge a fucking play. Doesn't want to call timeouts. His team's inconsistent.
In his defense, a little bit. Guess who we saw at punt return towards the end of the game? A guy named Andrew Marsh.
But John, they did that before. So why do you got to keep fucking touching the hot stove to learn your lesson, Sharon? Like, look, I don't want Sharon to fail. I want Sharon to succeed. I'm not going to fucking lie to you. There's a red flag, boys.
So why don't we hit the defense? Okay. Which, look, I think that there were moments. Derek Moore had a moment. There were a couple of good plays on defense. Mason Curtis had a pretty solid game. TJ Metcalf, Benny. You saw some good deflections. Not a lot of obviously no interceptions on our end, and not a lot of crazy impact plays, but they did obviously keep Northwestern under. Did just enough, but there was still too much out of position. There was too much. Like the blitzing is driving me. I actually had a super chat on a members only stream saying, stop Winks, stop blitzing.
Bro, how many sacks do you think we had today?
0.
Don't look. 0 sacks today. So, although I thought, didn't Derek Moore get one though? I just looked at the stats. I thought didn't Derek Moore get one? Am I fucking making that up? I could have swore that
Derek Moore had some solo tackles.
Yeah, maybe I missed it. I don't know. No sacks today. But look, one thing I'll say that was really good is we held them to 61 yards rushing, very good. Passing, they got 184 on us. This team should not have gotten 184 on us. I do want to address my guy here who goes, bro, we're young as fuck. We are young. We fucking play like we're fucking in high school sometimes. Like, what are we doing? This team plays poorly. We're just going to use the young excuse. Oh, we're young. You don't think other teams are young?
Right.
Like, we are young. Yes, we have 3 redshirt freshmen. Let me tell you how young we are. So you know that I know. We have 3 redshirt freshman offensive linemen. We have a true freshman quarterback. We have a true freshman wide receiver. We have a redshirt freshman running back. But you know what our defense is? It ain't that young. So stop the fucking bullshit and stop lying to yourselves. Look in the fucking mirror. Here, I'm gonna help you guys out. Because I'm actually sick. I'm like 3 beers deep, so I'm just gonna help you guys out. Look in the fucking mirror and look at your diet if you want to fucking lose some fucking weight, boys. Stop lying to yourselves, okay? So if you want to say, "Oh, our team isn't that good," well, we're young. No, it's not coached well. Quit lying to yourselves, okay? I'm sorry. Quit making excuses. Let's own our shit, people, okay? Because that's how this show operates. We own our shit. And you know what? Listen, I'll tell you this right now, and just so you know, so record me. Laminate it. Get your receipts. If
they will.
If Sharon Moore balls the fuck out next year, you could say I told you so, TJ, and that's fine because you know what? I want Sharon Moore to ball the fuck out. It would only be great if Sharon Moore that would only be great for Michigan, which is all I want. I want this team to be great. I want Sharon to succeed, but I'm not gonna lie to you about it. He looks like he's in over his head. He looks like he doesn't know what he's doing a lot of times, okay? So, there's no reason a team should look like this in week 12. This deep in a season, are you really a freshman? Are you? Not really.
I don't think so. I think it's at least freshman plus, at least getting into
Marsh,
sophomore territory.
Did Andrew Marsh look like a freshman today, or did he look like a
Hell
fucking
no.
baller? A baller.
He did look like a baller. He absolutely did.
Yeah, that's all.
We did get to a third hour, so thank you, or second hour unlocked. Thank you so much for that.
This is a good question. Yeah, I know it's not super chat. This is a good question. This is a good question. Just so we are also clear, everybody, I may come from an aggressive position. I have zero issue with anybody challenging me. Okay. You are free to challenge me, and you are even free to give me information that could potentially change my perspective. I'm fine with that. So Silence 916 says, TJ, name 3 players on this team who will be drafted in the top 3 rounds. I'll wait. The only player I can even think of that would be drafted in the top 3 rounds is Justice Haynes. Let me think. Maybe Derek Moore. So we got, Haynes, actually, hold on.
Hausman
or Barham. There might be 3 in the top 3 rounds.
Hausman or Barham?
Barham or Hausman are borderline. Barham's chilled out though. He's not playing at the level he was playing at earlier in the year. So I'll give you 2. I feel that Derek Moore and Haynes will. Maybe Barham, maybe Hausman. Maybe. They might be 4th, 5th round guys. Who knows? But we're not far off. But okay, but to your point, Silence. Whose fault is it to bring in higher talent level? Is Sharon not accountable for that? Is it not his responsibility to get those players in the portal? He got Haynes. Is that it? Is he only allowed to get one of those types of players? No, he's not. From my understanding, Sharon Moore, especially his first year, didn't want to block his quarterbacks from developing.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't want to block other players from developing. That was an error on his end. This year, they could have improved in some areas, and they chose not to. They could have gotten offensive linemen. They chose not to because they wanted to ride with Andrew Babalola, which is fine. But how did it turn out? You rolled the dice. But I will say the offensive line, even though they gave up how many sacks today, John? 3 sacks. I'd say the offensive line at least looks like it's coming together a little bit. They're making some good open running lanes. But at the same time,
3 sacks, yeah.
But at the same time, though, this question of how many players we draft in the top 3 rounds, should no one be held accountable for that, Silence? Is Sharon Moore not responsible for that? Or are you simply saying he's only been in that job for 2 years, so how can he have developed enough talent to where more guys are being drafted in the top 3 rounds? Well, how about this? How many guys were drafted in the top 3 rounds under Harbaugh all the time? Those teams looked a lot better, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of years where there was not a lot of players drafted in the top 3 rounds. There was a lot of players drafted 3 rounds or later with Harbaugh.
Mm-hmm.
Ask Ohio State fans. They'll tell you. They fucking around our asses all the time about that.
Yeah, Harbaugh was a developer of he was a creator of talent.
And you don't need to be drafted in the top 3 rounds to have a team that plays well. Okay. There's a lot of teams that play good football that don't even have NFL talent. That's what makes college beautiful, by the way.
So from the defense perspective, again, like, is it time to either go back to the Ravens or go with Lamar Morgan, or just say, hey, Wink, it's time to go on a beach? And
that is a Ravens Lamar Morgan. I mean, he was developed under Jesse Mentor. I mean, yes, I think it is time to find a defensive coordinator, though. I don't think Wink Martindale is it. I don't. I think it should be Lamar Morgan, to be honest with you. But I'm okay with them. I'm okay with them searching for somebody that's more established, maybe.
Yeah, national search. I mean, look, Chip Lindsey was a national he didn't come from any of the coaching trees,
and I'm fine with running
one of the better people.
I'm fine with running a Ravens scheme,
sure,
but you have to make sure you have the right guy running it, because although everybody who has their own flavor of the scheme, it's not identical. They're not all running the same exact scheme. I mean, Mike McDonald, we all know this. We saw the difference between Mike McDonald and Jesse Mentor. They didn't run the same scheme. Wink Martindale is the OG who created the blueprint of this scheme. He doesn't run it like Jesse Mentor. So everyone has their own flavor.
Yeah. So I guess just in terms of special teams, because I think we got to hit special teams. It is abysmal. I mean, it's so bad, and the fact that it's taken them this long. Like, we had karaoke in the watch party a little bit, and I'm just thinking, like, Micah has healed up. Like, I guess it sounds like they might just go Andrew Marsh and punt return, but I don't understand why there isn't an answer. And like, to regress the best kicker in the nation. Zvada was the best kicker in the nation last year.
Bro, I had some people, because I posted a picture of JB Brown, and I had some people say, how is it JB Brown's fault that Zavada's regressed? Your special teams coach is responsible for that entire unit. And it's not just a schematic role. You also are handling the mental role or the mental aspect of the game for these players. Let me tell you something about management. Let me tell you something about leadership. If anyone is failing below you, that's a you problem. So just so everyone understands that. And if you do not understand that if anyone's failing below you, that means it's a you problem, then that means you are not a good leader. Okay? Because you need to identify, what do I need to do or what do I not know that can help this individual? Because that's what a coach is supposed to do in that position. Zavada, we know it's not skill or talent. That's clear. He played at an all-American level. He's clearly has a mental hurdle right now. Why? Well, we do know in the beginning of the year that there was some snap issues that might have fucked with him a little bit. But at the same time, has the unit looked good at any aspect? We've had issues from punt return, kick return, punt coverage, kick coverage, field goal kicking, punting. He sucks.
Hollenbeck.
Yeah. You know what's funny, John, is I was actually where I got this. So everyone knows I got fucking COVID. Good times. But I was at a conference. I went to a conference on Saturday a week ago. And one of the things they talked about was when you have to fire somebody, fire them fast. Don't wait around. And JB Brown needs to be fucking fired. Period.
I think Sharon likes to wait until the end of the season.
I think he likes to wait, which that's not the best though.
Yeah.
Because I mean, maybe it causes some disruption within this. I mean, to be honest, the way Sharon's probably looking at those, our goals are still ahead of us. We're 8-2. We're still a playoff team. Why would I lose one of my pillars of my coaching staff in terms of units?
Pillars, right?
I know he's running one of the three phases. I'm not even mad at Dutchman. I'm not mad. 8-2 like looks good. He's like, it's 2025. 8-2 is not a give. It's not. But boys, we look like shit. I'm sorry if you want to just lie to yourselves about it. I mean, all right, you know what? Fuck it, John. You know what? John, we're 8-2. We're good, dog.
Ugh.
What the fuck's everyone worried about, man? Fuck, we worried about. We're gonna kill Ohio State, John. Soft ass Buckeyes. Don't even worry about it. We're gonna hang. Hey, John, we're gonna hang 100 on them. 100 on them, John. We're good. Hey, playoffs, watch out. Hey, we're coming.
Right.
Hey, John.
Barely beating Northwestern at Wrigley.
Natty. And we're getting that natty, John. We're 8-2, dog.
People
act like that shit's easy. Hilarious. I don't know.
It's a very artificial win-loss because, number one, the games that were the hardest games, Michigan dropped, right? OU, USC. The games that you're supposed to win, Michigan has won. The only games that you could argue, were like should have been maybe a question, like Washington, I would say, is the example of a team. I know they lost to Wisconsin, but like I'd say that's probably our best win.
What, the one against Wisconsin?
Washington.
Oh, Washington. Well,
probably Nebraska.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in terms of
kind of
level of opponent and performance, sure. It definitely wasn't the Michigan State game. Definitely wasn't Purdue. It definitely wasn't Northwestern. Wisconsin was Nebraska was actually okay. We could have been better though. Central Michigan was great, but they suck. New Mexico was great, but they're Oklahoma was garbo. I mean, like our performance was garbo, not Oklahoma.
Yeah. Purdue performance was garbo, even though they're supposed to be a win.
Yeah. Oh, it's funny. I mean, like, look, I don't know. I mean, sure, look, I'm not saying, listen, I guess let me just listen. If you're happy about being 8-2, there's nothing wrong with that. Whatever. We're 8-2. That's cool. And I'm not saying we can't beat Ohio State. We are well aware of what happened last year. I mean, it's the rivalry. It's whoever wants to win that day is going to win that day. That's just what it is. But
so final thoughts on this is it's literally just what we're seeing is a top down issue. Right. What we're seeing is the guy who was put in charge of this football program, who's supposed to institute the culture, the standard, the make the decisions on personnel, make the decisions on staff. He has seemed to be lost, and that's what we're really,
I know,
we're poking at here,
dude. And that's what's so crazy to me, because it's like Big House, Big Dog. You mean to tell? All right, tell me. All right, Big House. Tell me where you rank Jerome Moore in college football. Where do you rank him? Where's Sharon Moore rank? Tell me. 1 through 136. Tell me where Sharon Moore ranks, Big Dog. Come on, Big Dog, Big House. Let us know. Come on. I want to hear it. Since we're whining and crying, you tell me where our leader ranks in coaching. Tell me how great he is. What is fucking crybaby about there's red flags, this team plays poorly. Where's the crybaby at, John? Are we did we play good? Did I watch a different game today?
Hell no. In the second half,
So
no.
hey, let's look. All right, the chat's answering because Big House Big Dog don't want to answer. So my guy here says 75 max. Here 50. We got 75th. We got 40 to 60. We got maybe 30-ish. All right, I'll give him 110, 110, 110. We got yeah. Point being is he's not even a top 25 coach. What the fuck are we talking about, boys? You know, like what are we like? All right, we could lie to ourselves. I mean, we can. I mean, that's fine if you guys want that. I mean, I can't do that, but there's places you can go for that. You know, I don't know. Like, look, like I said, hopefully Sharon Moore gets a major, learning growth over the off season, and next year he comes out swinging. I mean, he'll be back. So hey, good news. He'll be back next year for you guys. So we'll see what he can do with a much tougher schedule. And then there'll be no excuses because he'll be in year 3 and he'll have his guys who are developing in his program. So, and I'm going to tell you right now, if he doesn't make the playoffs next year, because I'm going to tell you right now, you want to know what the expectations are for next year? Playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Compete for the Big Ten. Compete for the Big Ten and playoffs because you are now in year 2 of Bryce Underwood and you are in year 3 of your freaking coaching career. So you better make the playoffs and contend for the Big Ten. Like, I mean, it's that simple, boys. Unless you guys just want to be like, I don't know, a fucking tier 3 program like Michigan State. If that's for you, I know a school you can root for. They happen to be green and white.
Yeah.
Go root for them.
Yeah. How are they doing? They just had to vacate their 4-win seasons.
Yeah. Go be fans of those cheaters, bro. Fucking disrespect the game and shit.
Right. Look,
to make me sick, John. State made me sick, bro.
Yeah, it's a tragedy what happened. You know, you want to be an upstanding program and
try to be.
And they're off cheating.
Yeah,
it's just a shame.
With ineligible players, John. You know, Connor Stallion said when he was on that sideline with Central Michigan, he knew something was up, John. He knew those sons of bitches were cheating over there. And what'd they do? Who vacated? See, that's another thing. All right, can we just talk about that? I wanted to talk about it Thursday. How funny is it? So for all the fucking rivals crying their asses off, the team who vacated the fucking win is Michigan State that Connor Steins was on the sideline for. Because why? Because having ineligible players on your fucking team has a greater impact than signs ever will, you dumb motherfuckers. So, like, understand that. Not only that, the NCAA said what Michigan did was not significant enough to change the outcome of games, you dumb, illiterate motherfuckers. So, understand that is why Michigan got no vacated loss or no vacated wins versus Michigan State, who had what? John, what was ineligible players, which we talked about for fucking 2 years.
3 ineligible players and had to vacate 14 losses.
Games over 14 wins over 3 years, which is embarrassing, by the way.
14 wins.
But so that's why. So for everyone who can't read, ineligible players is why you vacate wins. And understand, Michigan, what they did was deemed not significant enough to determine the outcome of games. So suck a dick.
What a trash program. It does make you feel a little bit better about things when you have a program like Michigan State hanging around.
Yeah, you know, it's true. You know, actually, to be honest with you, John, we're basically Alabama compared to them.
It's true.
They are firing their head coach.
Oh, 100%. If they don't,
and also, yeah,
crazy.
Let me just say this: I'm not on fire Sharon Moore. So let's just make. But I am saying I'm not so sure he's the answer. I really think he's lost.
Neither of us are saying fire Sharon Moore.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think he should be fired. I do think
standard.
Yeah,
there's a standard that when you're facing a team, a 5-5 football team or 5-4 football team called Northwestern, you should win that game by something like 30 points and not need a last-second field goal to win it. And the only thing that gives me a little bit of hope is this. The first half offense did look good. And something else that gives me a little bit of hope is that Michigan had a performance in 2022 Illinois that looked really, really bad also. And even worse offensively than what we saw today. It was even worse. And somehow, last-second field goal, won the game. And then Michigan pops off against Ohio. So that's the one thing giving me some hope right now.
Yeah.
All right. Why don't we? Any final thoughts before we take all the supers, all the generous?
Yeah, I'll give a final. My final thought
yeah.
is this: I think it's absolutely crazy to contribute whining and crying to being critical about your team.
Right.
When the team plays awful. But hey, we're 8-2, John. You know.
Hey, and it does sound like the X-ray is negative on Jordan Marshall.
All right, so he's back, baby.
So he should be back. They may, out of precaution, keep him out against Maryland, though.
That's not good because that leaves us down to only 2 people on offense we can count on.
Right. Although I think Kudsdal he did all right today.
Yeah, I don't know. You think so? You think his 3.5 average was good?
He didn't. I mean, he didn't get the majority of the carries today. If he was the feature back, I think that would be a different. I don't know. He did have 15, but he had a lot of his carries were later in the game. Jordan Marshall's was the plays that were being schemed up for Jordan Marshall versus the plays that were being schemed up for Bryce and Kudsdal. It was a little different. So I don't. You know, it would have to be. We'd have to see what he's like in. Because remember, Jordan Marshall, when he was the RB2, wasn't putting up the same level of numbers that he is at RB1 because the play schemes are different for an RB1.
But he's averaging. All right. Well, guess what, John? We're going to find out. Well, John, you know what? We're going to find out against Maryland. We're going to find out against Maryland, John. So we're going to find out.
Yeah. Maybe they'll run Marshall some, but I think the smart thing to do would be to put him on his snap count.
Maybe Jasper Parker, time to shine, dog. Next man up.
Yeah, they played him a little bit today, but I didn't see him.
Yeah. Hey, let me also
one play. He had one carry.
Yeah, let me. I want to clarify this because I really think people think I fucking hate Sharon. He deserves 3 years.
Mm-hmm. He deserves next year.
What you do with those 3 years is up to you, though, dog. You know, that's it. That's where I'm at with that.
And one positive is that we are for sure now going to improve our win-loss from last season.
Well, look, I had us at 9-3, so we're exactly where I thought we'd be record-wise. But I will say I'm very surprised at how poorly this team performs, though. I mean, and if you want to say, well, you're whining, bro, how do you watch this game and enjoy it?
Yeah,
I got a kicker who's missing like 30-yard fucking field goals. What was his miss he had? I know he had one that was
34 yards. Yeah,
playoff baby.
Let's go.
Hey, we're elite, dog. The fuck you crying for, John? Shit. Quit whining.
Yeah,
man.
I know, right? I know. Shit. I'm whining too much again.
You know what's funny? Truth is considered whining, crying, or hate. That sounds like a you problem, player.